Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Pull it. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now he's off and running. Vieira makes the interception. Driving on and making good progress. And he's in on goal. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The major moment in the game. Doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Nagatomo. Vardy looking to get on the end of this. Oh, well played. Lovely, now then. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Cantona. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's been slipped through. It's Totti! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences. And that's precisely why.
Totti, and here's Vieri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. North Carolina really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decision.
Tries a shot! Goal! Nagatomo. Borussia Dortmund look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Maldini. Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Van Bronckhorst. Thuram. Nagatomo. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Oh, well spotted.
And he skips past his man. It's played through for him. And that's an excellent interception. Mitoma.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, this is a great position. Pull it. Mitoma. And it's Rooney. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pullet takes control of it and he's on the move. Vieri. Tries from a long way out. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vieri clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Rooney. Matheus Cunha is someone with real dynamite in his boots.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cantona unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Totti. Thuram tries to clear. Looking to play him in. Do it. Can he spark a counter here? Mateus. No way through. Bullet.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Reds one in. Now it's Vieri. Makaleli. Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. And we're off again.
North Carolina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
No way through, so back it comes. That's a sharp pass. Cantona, well, played right into his path.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Van Bronckhorst, he's in plenty of space here. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And this is Vardy. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Totti demonstrating his defensive quality there. Strong running down that left flank. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
56 minutes is
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Matheus Cunha just eases him off the ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. Out to the right. Doué. He's found some space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's being urged to shoot. He's on chance for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Vardy.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, what has happened here? In towards the back stick. Has a shot! Bullet. Thuram. And it's Totti. Can he get it through? That has been cut short. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Yeah.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. 75 minutes played. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Shot a goal! He has done it! And the comeback is complete! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Cantona.
So we have a breakthrough.
Number 15.
Now, how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's gone loose.
Coming
To
on the
around.
field.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Number 10.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Number 14.
And that's going to be a booking.
Number
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Tevez. João Neves. I think we're just about done here. Maldini. Oh, good spread. Not the most accurate pass.
North Carolina nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Dembele.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. And the shot! And yes, it's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
All square again into the and oh, taken with style! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it.
And that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective, it lacks win. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled out
today's
all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. And there's the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Lewandowski. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And that is expertly dealt with. Bellingham! Bellingham! Maradona. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Belletti. And it's Bale. Aimed beyond the defence. Takes aim and crosses. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, cracking ball. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what has happened? In for the pieces! Bellingham. Real chance! He's scored!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Hazard. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Great run on the overlap here. Cantona. Chance, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's hoisted clear. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Knocks it into... Shot goal! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And it's Maradona. Half an hour played now. Maldini cuts it out. He won't be happy with that one. No, that's been intercepted. Belletti. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Belletti. Bellingham. That's been cut out, well played. Petit. Half-time getting close now. Tries to play it through. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Maradona plays it short. Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Baresi.
2 added minutes has been
And it's
indicated.
Maradona. Can he get it through? Hazard gets into a good position. And we hit half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Mitoma.
There's the start of the second
Coming on
half.
to replace him is
North
number
Carolina
10,
can really
Del
do with
Piero.
some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Costa Curta.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Baresi. And it's Petit. Maradona. Shot could be... Chance for a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Vieira shows great strength. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! A finish right from the top draw. And they are pulling clear here. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And it's Petit. Petit charging forward down that flank. Cross deflected behind for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now, can they get him away? Shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete... And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started.
Well, Lionel Messi's last European conquest came in 2015, and what a campaign that was. First leg of the semi-final, Jim, especially so.
Yep, and the second of his goals, where he sat down, toyed with, and ultimately humiliated one of the best defenders around at the time. So, for me, easily one of the most memorable goals in the tournament's history.
Nobody's arguing with that, Jim.
Oh, that is a nice touch. And this is Son Heung-min. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now he's off and running. Now it's Son Heung-min. Looking to play him in. Oh, important interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Maldini cuts out the pass. Can he get it through? It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. He's on it, can he get away? Now this could be a chance. Haaland! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Romania have the chance to go the other way. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Looking for options for movement. Eto'o. And they can counter here. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, that looks a decent ball. Look at the great chance! And it's come back out to him. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Schneider. Well timed, excellent interception. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Xavi Alonso. So what can they make of this? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rijkaard makes the interception. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's a sharp little ball here. Otto looking to penetrate opposition lines. And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Knocks it into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Maldini. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nicely aimed pass. Schneider tries to play it through. Eto'o. That's been slipped through. And he's only too happy to take. He's having a shot! He's missed, but not by that far. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Xavi Alonso. And here's Gullit. And a chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Eto'o. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rui Costa. And he cuts out the supply. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Schneider. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Crunching tackle. Eto'o. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rui Costa. And this is Hullet. Schneider. Xavi Alonso. He's through here. And here's Ibrahimovic.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Very nicely done. Good spot, that. And he's there to retrieve it. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we're off again. So neither side has yet broken through. Schneider. Not the most accurate pass. Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! And he's done it!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
As simple as you like. The outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And it's made its way to him. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Hullet takes control of it and he's on the move. Hullet, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Hullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Good ball, good take. And this is Hullet. Good running, strong and purposeful. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, this to restore parity. We're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great vision. He's being... There's the shot! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to turn a deficit into a lead. And they've turned it round. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been... And Hullet! No mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Pete.
Can he finish? And it's in!
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. He's looking wide. That is good alertness.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Messi gets his head on it! Oh, crossbar! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That is a brilliant interception. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Nice interception, well timed.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pinches it off him. Brahim Diaz. And he was alert to it.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And it's Vieira. Has a look and plays it forward. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Cannavaro. Del Piero. That's been cut out, well played. No, that's been intercepted. Rui Costa. Now it's Hullet. And that is a little undercooked. This looks promising. And that's it. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans have
and
pulled out
welcome
all
to
the
today's
stops to make
match.
this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and really good intelligence and ability to read the game. It's no surprise to me that so many have aspired to be just like him.
Ibrahimovic. And that pass just didn't quite work.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Van Bommel. He's had it taken off him. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. Lampard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that is a little undercooked. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Lampard. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Opts for safety. Gattuso. Mitoma. And this is Eto'o. Cannavaro. Nesta. Van Bommel. Nicely aimed pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Spread it left. Oh, well played, well sorted out. No way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Sergi. Gattuso. And here's Ibrahimovic. Schneider. Messi. Now it's Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Gullit. Out to the left it goes. Gullit. And he's intervened well there. Van Bommel. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Messi. Eto'o. Gullit. Approaching the half-hour mark.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Gattuso. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lampard. Played out to the left flank. Not the most accurate pass. Out for a throw. Costa Curta. That's Vieira. That is good alertness. And it's Schneider. Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a pretty loose pass. Schneider looking to play him in, and he cuts out the supply. Galatasaray looking to pass their way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Xabi Alonso. Pass somewhat off target. Lampard. The error shows great strength. Van Bommel. And it's Lampard. Now Otto. Hullet. Messi. Nesta cuts it out. Van Bommel. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hullet. Schneider. Now, can they get him away? Can he get it through? He is through here. It's Eto'o! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, it's a... Can he finish? It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Galatasaray clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tries to pass it through. He's got away. It's Luis Suarez! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Now it's Hullet. And this is Luis Suarez. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that has been slung wide.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lampard. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice.
He's gone for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Otto cuts out the pass. Played back in. And that's a good ball. Real chance! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Galatasaray finding their passes. And Hullet! He's missed, but not by that far.
Messi. And it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Eto'o. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he was quick to react. That is ended up in no man's land. Nesta. Half an hour gone in the second half. Passing is crisp and sharp. Xavi Alonso.
There they go, hunting again.
Costa Curta is the guilty party there. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Sergi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That has not gone well. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now this could be a chance. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top. That's a decent clearance.
Matoma really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Otto. Nice looking ball. Gullit is onto this. And that is as far as they're going to go. Xavi Alonso.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Gattuso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he takes a shot! No mistake! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending!
There will be
A
3
momentary
minutes added
lapse,
time.
mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lap...
Eto'o! It's in! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Well, there was a time when Hungary ruled world football, inspired by the mighty Magyars, a team that went 32 games unbeaten, which was something quite unheard of in those days, and leading their front line was a man known as the Galloping Major.
Ferenc Puskás, a man who boasted a strike rate greater than a goal a game, and this is a career which spanned nigh on 800 games. Incredible, quite incredible.
Absolutely so, described as beyond world class, a player from the land of dreams. What will Hungary's greatest ever magician have up his sleeve today?
Lots.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Foot in. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. That has not gone well. Now it's Puskás. And he's running through. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mohamed Salah. He came in hard, very hard. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Always onto this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well-timed, excellent interception. Hakimi. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Hakimi. Hakimi. He's looking wide.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Looking for the run. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and he's managed to get free. Not the most accurate pass. Threads one in. Oh no, that was never going to make it. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Guardiola. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Puskás. Oh, easy pickings there. Vieira. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Hullet. Looking to play him in. Scholes. Scholes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And that's really well manoeuvred. Hullet. Can he get on the end of this? Darren Fletcher. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Del Piero. Punched away. Syria trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Del Piero. Vieira. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And he's there to belt it away. Darren Fletcher to Guardiola. The referee's awarded a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Haaland. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Nice bit of trickery. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Scholes. And they can counter here. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
And the action is back on the way. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Schneider, Del Piero could try cutting inside here. He's had a shot! It's in! The second half sparks straight into life. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled.
Shot, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Over to the left. Costa Curta. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pass is just off target. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's picked it up out wide. Good chance here! And that tested the keeper.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Syria appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that...
Terrific header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
It looked as though that might lead to something. He's gone for goal! He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And that is a little undercooked. Schneider. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Distributed tidily.
Syria really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Tries to pass it through. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Haaland. Played into space out wide. He's found a way through. Decent chance! No mistake! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Mohamed Salah. Taken back almost at once. That's a good ball. And he shoots! Danger averted for now. Guardiola looking to penetrate opposition lines. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, that's well spotted. Rudiger gets over and intercepts.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Hakimi. Played out to the right. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? Mohamed Salah. And there's the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Decent progress down the left. Schneider. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Syria needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mohamed Salah. Haaland. Bayern claims comfortable.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Thuram. 1 minute to add according to the board. Rudiger. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And already we're underway here. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Tries to pass it through. Scholes. He shifted it to the flank. Ball driven towards the... He rises! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Knocks it into space. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Hullet. Ibrahimovic. And this is... And the finish! Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Mohamed Salah. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And that has been cleared. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Vieira! Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Mitoma. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pull it. Scholes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bale. No, it's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, cracking ball. Big chance! Goal! Milan! First blood drawn. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Oh, that is asking for... Goes for a shot! Goal! A
quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Scholes. It's a promising position. Thuram does well to get it back. Looking for the run.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Shapes to shoot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
That's a sharp pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Aims beyond it.
And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their fit.
And Messi! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He has a look up. Played out to the left flank. Messi. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Can he get it through? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And that has put paid to that. The less said about that pass, the better. Costa Curta. Vieira. Oh, easy pickings there.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now, for
Chance! It's in!
And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting...
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And it's Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. Schneider. For Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard concedes a free kick for that. But it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's neat. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rijkaard. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Basten played out to the left flank. Tries to cross. Messi. Oh, applies the finish! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Header comes in! Now, who's going to be first to this? Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. This is their second corner of the game. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he latch on to this? Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That is a brilliant interception. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Van Bouten. And it's Robertson. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tries to play it through. He is through here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Not the most convincing of passes. Costa Curta. Keeper's got good distance on that. Alonso. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that's been well dealt with. Mbappe. Driving on and making good progress. Well timed, excellent interception. It's Park Ji-sung. And it's Messi. Over to the other side. Mbappe. Mohamed Salah is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Eto! And he's really put himself on the line here. Koundé can get it clear. Oh, cracking ball. Oh, such a clever touch. He's had a shot! There it is! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Van Basten.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Eto. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's onside. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Batistuta. Messi. And here's Van Basten. Mito. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 17 será reemplazado por el
Whistle
dorsal
goes,
4.
and we start the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Eto. Koundé. Now it's Eto. He might be in here. It's Eto! He's scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet... Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Guardiola. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Guardiola. Van Basten. Great vision. Mitoma. He has a look up. Oh, that's... And he shoots! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. exactly what's required when on the counter.
He's going for goal! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Messi. And it's Guardiola. And here's Van Basten. Baresi just eases him off the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he plays one through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Park Ji-sung. Oh, it's played into the area. Nicely spread. Mohamed Salah. Now, what about a counter-attack? Eto'o. He's beaten the last man. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. To increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Xavi Alonso. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that pass just didn't quite work. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Alonso! And yes, it's there! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Messi.
It's become a case of men against boys.
To be expected, Peter.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Oh, there was plenty on that.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
El dorsal 19. Cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Palmer. Can he get on the end of this? And smartly reclaimed. That is lovely. And it's Guardiola. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Guardiola. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, this looks sharp. Strong running down that left flank. Van Basten. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Good read, needed to be. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. That has not gone well. Right red card. The message is clear, none shall pass. Park Ji-sung. Played out to the right. Yamal. Van Basten.
Habrá 4
Now
minutos de
Costa
descuento.
Curta. Rijkaard. There will be 4 extra minutes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the pass is intercepted. Guardiola. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? What a throw in. Ah, he's given it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, Giuseppe Bergomi really is a culture player, is he not, Jim? With a little bit of menace in the mix too.
Yeah, we all know him as a right-back, Peter, of course, but he has the flexibility, versatility, the confidence and the composure to play centrally too. He's even been known to play as a sweeper at times. No one did zonal marking better than this guy.
And now the breakaway. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. He's picked his way through. He's a sharp little ball here, and he plays one through. That has been cut short.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Might be dangerous. Shot a goal! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Knocks it into space.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
So what can they make of this? And the through ball, and that's a dangerous ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now it's Vieri. Mohamed Salah. That is ended up in no man's land. And smartly reclaimed. Pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And Holland! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Now it's Yamal. And here's Owen. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Defending was strong and firm. And here's Owen.
That was lovely, that.
Owen! Off the post. Almost half an hour in now. Looking to play him in. Muscular approach does pay off here. Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. And a chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Del Piero is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, good take in a good area. Shapes to shoot!
This is the time you need that pace.
And that could set him on his way. Jordi Alba. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Owen. Owen will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Yamal. It's a good run down the right. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Threads one in. Rijkaard. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pass is just off target. Maldini makes the interception. Leicester calmly anticipates. Bullet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Chance for a shot! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Hullet. And here's Owen. And he's had it nicked away. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vitinha. Now it's Owen. Son Heung-min. And this is Del Piero. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Hullet.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Tries to pass it through. It's a goal kick. Mbappe! And he was quick to react. That has not gone well. Now, can he find a finish? And Owen! Just a whisker away. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. Mohamed Salah. Chance, surely! Oh, off the bar! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Vieira. Mbappe. 60 minutes played. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. Can he finish? That's a half-decent try. Oh, what has happened here? He can get that clear. Hullet. Can he get it through? Del Piero. And this is Vieri. Vieri! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 9, número 6, número 11, número 2. Entran número 20,
Valverde.
número 5, número 13,
Passing is crisp and sharp.
número 4.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Se va a realizar un
Valverde aims beyond the defence. Pinches it off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Dembele. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, what a ball! Schneider. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Valverde. And he's there to make the challenge. You have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Xavi Alonso. He's looking wide. Valverde. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's Dembele! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And here's Owen, and here's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Chance here to counter. Looking for the run, and this is Eto'o. Eto'o unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Brahim Diaz, and it's Schneider. Schneider proves real chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Alonso. Lovely pass. And the shot! Goal! Late drama! Late goal! This will be one frantic ending! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears. Good chance here! And that is the last effort of the game. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion, The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Not the most accurate pass. Looking to play him in. Looking for options for movement. Oh, just... and he shoots!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He's not got that quite right. Rijkaard. Pull it. Rijkaard. And Del Piero. Del Piero going face-to-face with his great rival. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Vieri. Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Kukçu. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Now it's Mbappe. Pull it. And it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard! That is wonderful from Rijkaard! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's a sharp little ball here. Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and of course...
Takes a shot! Oh, taken with style! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's got away. Hit into the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Son Heung-min. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Mbappe, and he's got the beating of his man. Son Heung-min, and it's been played through. Vieri. Conte. Vitinha. Tries to pass it through. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vieira. Oh, that's well spotted. Conte. Real chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Vitinha, and it's Del Piero. Now it's Vitinha, he is through here! Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Stood up well to him there. Well, that pass isn't the best. Great vision. Now that looks a decent ball. He's through here. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Vitinha, Del Piero, Hullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that interception will... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 24.
Here we go again.
Coming on the field is
Hullet.
number 20.
That's Vieira.
Owen.
Hullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Might be danger here. He's had a shot! Ball played for Del Piero. Aims beyond the defence. He's in plenty of space here. And he was alert to it. Mohamed Salah is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Vitinha. And here's Owen.
That's good play from him.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Vieira. Goes looking wide. That's a shade optimistic. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. And he was quick to react. Vitinha.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah. He's picked his way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Thuram receives it in. Shoots! And this is Vieira. And one more try! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard couldn't squeeze it through. Now that's well seen too. Vitinha. Some good persistent defending here. Del Piero proves just a little bit too strong. Gullit. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and he's being shifted off it. Vitinha. And it's Rijkaard. For Conte. Now it's Owen. Gullit. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Owen. Nice-looking ball. Conte. Tries to play it through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Marquinhos makes the interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Owen, he has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Maldini. Cannavaro. Vieira. Maldini. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. That has ended up in no man's land. Conte.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Now it's Owen. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Torres. And Torres!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Wilshere. Can he get it through? Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz has been caught there, it's a foul. That has not gone well. Knocks it into space. Haaland! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Hazard. Pass is just off target. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Now, can they get him away?
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's having a shot! Caught offside that time. Rijkaard. And it's Hazard. And he cuts out the supply. Quality ball. Haaland is onto this. Neither side yet able to find the net.
Brahim Diaz.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take. Spread out to the left. And there's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. He's having a go. Decent enough try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Torres. Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Almost half an hour in now. Vieira. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking to play him in. Well, that pass isn't the best. And this is Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's cut it out. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Vieira. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Now it's Brahim Diaz. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely weighted ball. Costa Curta. Gullit.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Wilshere. He's in a great position here. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Wilshere. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Haaland. Serginho. Looking for the run. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries a shot! He scored! And right on half-time, that is telling. There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was...
And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Lovely bit of skill. And here's Brahim Diaz. He's going for goal. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Great chance here from position A1. Bullet! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And that's a dangerous ball. He has a look up. And he's heaved it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Brahim Diaz.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That'll be a throw-in. Hazard. Serginho. And they win it back again. Now this could be a chance. Gullit. Oh, nicely intercepted. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Toma.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego.
Número
So,
5.
time for changes
Número
on
21.
both sides, actually.
Entran número 9, número 20. Cambio.
Wilshere pinches it off him. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Tries to play it through, and this... Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! He has done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to... And Sonny! It's a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 10.
So there's going to be another change
Número
here.
2. Número 13.
Madrid take the lead.
Entran
To be expected,
número
Peter.
7.
They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
It's
Número
all!
22.
That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. That was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
So, third corner of the game. Eto'o! It's off target and by quite a way. Costa Curta. Oh, it's Dembele.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Has a shot! Vieira. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cantona, he's found a way through. Played in by Cantona. And smartly reclaimed. Driving forward. He's gone down, but the referee just tells... Real chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He came in hard, very hard. He's on it, can he get away? And it's made its way to him.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Spread neatly. That is good alertness. And he's in on goal. It's Salah! He's got a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Se está realizando un cambio.
Time for a change in personnel. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
This decent chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Great chance! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Great vision. Adams cuts out the pass. Mbappe, that's a delicate pass. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard. It's Vinicius Junior, and he was quick to react. And the pass is intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, if you're looking for a showstopper, I think we need to look no further than Kaka here, Peter. To me, it's all going to be about how much of the ball he's going to see.
So does he have a specific role?
Yeah.
Messi!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He has a look up. Rijkaard. Now Costa Corta. Vitinha. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mohamed Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great.
He's going for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Sanchez. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Now it's Zico. Knocks it into space. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Son Heung-min! He scored! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Vieri, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vitinha aims beyond the defence. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Iraq clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Iraq look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. And this is Hullet. He's onside. Charge, surely! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Iraq grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Kaka. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Vieri, and he's on his way. Vieri! He scored! And they're back in front! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he's intervened well there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Vitinha. And here's Hullet. Oh, just skips past his man. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's had it taken off him. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. And here comes the corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Shot a goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Costa Curta. And that's going up front in a hurry. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Baresi. Iraq looking to pass their way through. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Zico. Hullet. And he was alert to it. Hullet. Rijkaard. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, good read.
2 minutos de compensación.
Messi. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Oh, what has happened here? Vitinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... Goes for a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we're off again. And it's Zico. Kaká. Vieira. That's Rijkaard. Now it's Vieri. Spread it left. Now it's Son Heung-min. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a brilliant interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Messi. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Hullet. Iraq appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Zico.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Hullet. And he's surging through. Look at this. And a chance! That's a good ball. Zico. Messi.
Iraq really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Seaman. Now it's Hullet. Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Rijkaard. And he cuts out the supply. Tries to play it through. Hangs in a cross.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número
We have got
15.
changes here from
Número
both sides, in
9.
fact.
Número 6. Número 10. Número 2. Entran.
The pass is intercepted.
Número 20. Número 5.
Yeah.
Número 13.
That pass has been
Número
well
14.
intercepted.
Número
They need to
4.
play this quicker in
Se va a
transitions
realizar un
like this.
cambio.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Showing good feet. Schneider defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, you expected better, and so did he. Mitoma is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Knocks it out wide. And he's well positioned. And the finish! Gullit might just make this. And he's being shifted off it. Kaka. Great vision. Gullit. That's very neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries a shot! Should have equalised.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Bellingham. The final 5 minutes. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's Eto'o! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Eto'o actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Chooses to go back. Shot could be on. Oh, that's nice. Iraq have the chance to go the other way.
Se agregarán
Oh, it's a
3
nice
minutos al
idea,
tiempo
but the
reglamentario.
execution was lacking. Steaming on Schneider! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Chance! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little...
There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Kvaratskhelia, and here's Mbappe. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space. Pinches it off him. And that's a throw-in. And it's Jorginho. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Nice interception, well timed. Well, nicely intercepted. A lovely pass, but can he get there? Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That has been cut short. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Mbappe. Pull it. Chance here to counter. That's a nicely shaped ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bellingham. Great ball if he can get there. Brilliantly cut out. Rijkaard.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
Takes the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Jorginho. And it's Bellingham. And that's really well manoeuvred. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Vieira. Well read. And the danger is averted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cruyff. Rijkaard. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Salah. And he cuts out the supply. Gilberto Silva. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Koundé goes steaming forward. Koundé got a long way forward to join the attack. Morris ended up in no man's land. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? It's Salah! He scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking...
Kvaratskhelia! Pull it. Rijkaard. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Koundé. Nicely weighted ball. That is a brilliant interception. It is a corner. Barcelona have their second corner now. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. So, third corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rijkaard. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bellingham. Jorginho. Bellingham. Good take, and is it chance? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Aims beyond the defence. Van Bouten makes the interception.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Vieri. Now that looks a decent ball. Flings it across. There's the whistle for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible.
Señoras y señores, este es un anuncio de niños perdidos. Por favor, vigile a sus niños en todo momento durante el partido. Se está realizando un cambio.
Here we go again then. And it's Cruyff. That is lovely. Looking for the run. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. And they win it back again. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He can run onto that. Cannavaro. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Maldini. Kukçu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Bullet. Pass somewhat off target. Koundé. Bellingham.
You have to expect that from everyone there.
Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Pretty robust defending.
Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Shot could... And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Cruyff deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Bellingham. He's had a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Koundé spots it and intercepts. Ball played for Kukçu. Gilberto Silva. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Gilberto Silva. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Oh, Red, nice interception. Bellingham. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mohamed Salah is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Van Bouten with the foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 9.
So, time for changes
Número
on
6.
both sides, actually.
Número 15.
And it's
Número
Diaz.
10. Número 2.
And again, they're pressing
Entran
effectively.
Número 20. Número 11. Número 18.
Maradona.
Número 5. Número 19. Se va a realizar un
Del
cambio.
Piero does really well to win the ball there. Threads one in. Koundé has it out wide and in space. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Into the last quarter of an hour. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through? And they can counter here. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Owen. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Maradona. And it's Rosicky. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Now, can they get him away? That ball looks a good one. It's Maradona!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And here's Maradona. And this is Batistuta. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Gilberto Silva, leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. And this is Batistuta. Spread out to the left. And this is Owen. Koundé. And reclaimed it in a trice. Batistuta. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Kukçu. Brahim Diaz. Scholes. Hazard.
Se agregará un minuto al
Looking to
tiempo
play him in.
reglamentario.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that will be it. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently